Third Yama, Asteya, non-stealing. So Asteya is a really important concept. It's more than not being a thief. We're not talking about don't shoplift. It goes beyond that. We're talking about not taking more than that you are offered. Not taking something that isn't freely given to you. Gandhi once said, mankind's greed and craving for artificial needs are also stealing. And so a lot of what Asteya is about is overcoming greed. So when you really break that down, our greed and craving for artificial needs are also stealing. Really think about that. I think in order for us to fully grasp the concept of Asteya, we must first understand where that desire to steal comes from. Underneath it all, people steal because they're feeling inadequate in some way. They feel like they're missing something. They're not good enough. They're not enough. They don't have enough. And this leads people to stealing. It leads people to theft. When someone starts to feel like empty inside, they have this hole, there's this thing they need that they don't have, they feel inadequate as a person, then greed and desire start to take over. And that person may be willing to do anything to fill that emotional void, to fill that thing that they're missing inside. So I think probably the very first step in practicing Asteya is to just remind yourself daily, I am enough, I have enough. And it's that sense of knowing that you're not missing anything and that you have everything you need already inside of you. I am enough. And everything I need is within me. And it's like an internal mantra that you're constantly practicing. So first of all, you're not even internally creating this desire for more, this internal greed. And as a yoga teacher, Asteya is a practice that hits us in a lot of ways. Of course, we're not going to steal anything physically. We're not going to go around stealing anybody's yoga mat, but it goes so far beyond that, right? You don't want to steal from anybody mentally or emotionally. You don't want to steal your student's sense of confidence and well-being by not offering proper modifications in that yoga class. You want to make sure you're providing what your student needs so that they can have a safe and effective practice. You don't want to take more than what was freely given to you. You know, you don't just want to walk up to a student and start physically adjusting them and coming into their space because you're taking their right away to say, hey, I don't want a physical adjustment today. Thank you. And so you want to be very careful about not taking more than what was offered, not taking more than what's been freely given. If you're teaching in someone else's space and you think, I'm just going to go on 30 minutes early, no one's in the studio, and I'm going to get my practice in, you might need to talk to the space holder and say, is it okay? Even if you know it's okay, you still don't want to take more than what was offered, what was given to you. And so it's important to keep these things in mind when we're thinking about practicing Asteya. You would just want to make sure you're going that extra step to make sure I'm not draining anyone, not emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually. I'm not taking more than what was offered to me. I'm not taking more than what I've been given. Asteya can come in with time, right? We don't want to keep students over in a class. If we say the class ends at 6, it ends at 6. If we started late, we still don't want to keep students there until 6:05 because now we're taking time that wasn't offered to us. We don't want to hold someone up after class with long conversations where they may feel uncomfortable. They may not know how to say, I'm sorry, I have things to do, I gotta go, because we're taking time that wasn't offered. So we want to respect boundaries, respect other people's time. So just think about the ways that you can practice Asteya on the mat and as a yoga teacher. You don't want to steal opportunities away to have a most comfortable experience in a posture. So use the props that you have available to you. Offer those props to your students. We don't want to take away that opportunity for comfort and for growth and for safe practice.